Okay, so today we'll be talking about how to use Google Lens. And this is just the agenda for today's talk. So as for an intro to what Google Lens is, it is a smart visual search tool developed by Google that enables users to search and interact with the world around them using just their smartphone camera. So instead of typing into a search bar, you could simply like point your camera at an object, text, barcode, or even like a plant or animal to instantly get relevant information. Google Lens can help you identify unknown items, find shopping options online, translate signs in foreign languages, and even copy handwritten notes into digital text. So this makes it especially useful for seniors who may prefer using a camera rather than typing on a small screen, or even just for convenience, since this is a pretty cool feature. Um, and there's a little bit of history to Google Lens that we'll be talking about now. So it was first introduced in 2017 during like the company's annual developer conference. And the idea was to create a tool that could turn your phone's camera into a search bar using artificial intelligence to recognize images and provide any helpful context. In its early form, Google Lens had the ability to identify like landmarks and flowers, as well as like scan barcodes and extract text directly from images. But over time, it's been integrated pretty well into more Google apps, including like the search app and Android's built-in camera apps. So that just helps increase its accessibility. And today, Google Lens is one of the most powerful visual recognition tools in the world, which is in particular valued for its versatility and simplicity. So as for how to use Google Lens, most Android phones come with Google Lens pre-installed, and it can be accessed in a few different ways. So the first is you could open the Google app and tap the Google Lens icon in the search bar. It kind of looks like a small camera with a dot. The second is you could open your device's camera app. On many Android models like Pixel or Samsung, there's a built-in Google Lens button within the camera interface. Or another method is you could open the Google Photos app, tap on any photo, and then tap the lens icon at the bottom of the screen to analyze the image. If you have an iPhone, you can also access this by downloading either the Google app or Google Photos app from the App Store. The first method is opening the Google app and tapping the lens icon, which looks like a small colorful camera, kind of like this here, which is on the right side of the search bar. Or the second option is to open the Google Photos app and then tap on a photo in your gallery, and then you can tap the lens icon at the bottom of the screen. So as for a few key features, the first is text recognition. So Google Lens can effectively scan print text from books, signs, mail, and handwritten notes, and you can copy it, search it, or send it to your email with a very quick tap. Also translation. So if you're traveling or reading something in a different language, you can simply point your camera at the text and Lens will automatically translate it live onto your screen within your preferred language. This is also pretty useful when you're shopping. So you could take a photo of clothing, furniture, or household products, and Google Lens will show similar items that you can buy online, also complete with like pricing and links to various sellers. There's also the smart text search feature where you can highlight text from documents or product labels to search directly in Google without typing anything. Contact info recognition. So if you were to point the lens at like a business card or flyer, and you could instantly save phone numbers, emails, and addresses of those into your contacts. It also very well integrates with like your Google Calendar. So you can like scan event posters or tickets and then very quickly add those to your Google Calendar. So that saves you some time since you don't have to manually do it. As well, you can identify like plants and animals. So you can take a picture of like a flower, tree, or pet. In this one, there's a bird. And Google Lens can tell you its name and provide any background information pretty readily. It also has the feature of scanning barcodes or QR codes. It could also explore landmarks. So if you pointed your camera at buildings, It can tell you what it is alongside any historical facts, visitor reviews, and nearby locations. So it's kind of like all encompassing of what Google would typically do. It also, you can scan like a restaurant menu and get pictures, descriptions, and reviews of popular dishes as well. And they also have this text-to-speech feature where you can read scan text aloud, which can be really helpful if if vision or visibility is an issue on smaller screens. So it could really be helpful with that. As for some costs, one of the biggest advantages is that it is entirely free for use. There are also no hidden fees or subscription plans required to access its features. Another good thing is it's built into various free Google apps. And to use it, all you need is like a Google account, which many of you likely have if you've used like Gmail or if you have like subscriptions on YouTube. The one caveat to this is that Google may collect data from your searches to improve its services, but you can also adjust that in your privacy settings if you prefer more control over that. So as for some pros and cons, some pros are that it's very fast and convenient. It saves you some time as well. So it's great for like quickly finding product prices or like identifying objects without like long searches. You don't really need to like articulate what you're trying to search. It kind of automatically does that for you. So saves you time in that way. It's also quite accurate. So it's one of the most reliable image recognition tools available today. And also a lot of versatility in terms of its use. So kind of like we talked about earlier, it could identify like a bird or monument, but it could also translate like foreign street signs. So it's quite accessible and versatile. It also very seamlessly integrates with Google. So if you have like the other services or other apps that are based within the Google ecosystem, then this is something that you could very easily access. It's also very easy and user-friendly. There's a very simple layout and step-by-step feedback. So it should be kind of straightforward to use once you figure out how to access it. And like I said, there's no cost. All these features are available for free. That being said, there are a few cons that I kind of briefly alluded to earlier, but the privacy concern is a big one. So scanning personal documents or sensitive information may raise privacy issues if not managed properly. So please exercise like caution with what you're scanning. And if there's something that would be best confidential, then don't use the lens in that way. It also requires the internet, so you need to be connected to the internet to analyze images and return results. So if there's an area where you have poor Wi-Fi access, then this is not a tool that would be something you could use. It's also not always accurate, so even though it has really great image recognition abilities, it might occasionally misidentify objects, especially in light of like poor lighting conditions or if like the image captured is blurry. There's also limited desktop functionality. It's really the best to use on like a mobile device since on a desktop you would need to like upload the image and just take some more time. Also battery use. So this app could drain your battery more quickly, especially if you're using an older device. And there's also there could possibly be a bit of a learning curve at the beginning. So it is simple, like and straightforward to use relatively, but you might need some time to just kind of understand where to access it and also how to use each feature confidently. And now I'll just talk about a few helpful tips. So in order to get like the best or to capture a clear image and return accurate results, try to keep your hands as still as possible when pointing your camera at an object or text, using good lighting. So this also helps ensure like that the lens could detect and recognize objects more easily and also increases the chance of it being more accurate. So make sure that the area you're scanning is as well lit as possible. And also ensure to clean your camera lens. So wiping your camera lens with a soft cloth to remove any smudges or dirt to again help with producing clear images. As well, you could use the lens in like Google Photos as well. So if you like forgot to scan something in the moment, you could even take like a picture and open it in Google Photos to later analyze it with Lens if you'd wish. Try to avoid like glare or reflections when you're scanning. So you can like tilt your phone slightly to avoid glare that might interfere with image recognition. And also practice makes perfect in this sense. So the more you use Lens, the easier it becomes and the more intuitive it becomes. So you could even try like scanning various objects at home just to get comfortable with it.